What's good? It's your boy Adrian Nyce. Welcome to another episode of Mouthin Out. We in the building right now with
Westtopher.
Westtopher in the building. Okay, Westtopher, I was thinking about this on the way here. How did you get the name Westtopher? Or what two words combines that? Like, what did that?
Yeah, a lot of people ask, so it's like it goes back to Kanye West is my favorite producer and who I studied when I started making beats. And my mother always wanted to name me Christopher, but she didn't. She ended up naming me Tyler because it was a situation. They were going back and forth with names in the hospital. So I told her one day I would change my name to Christopher, but I never did. So basically, that's how you get the West. It's just the end of Christopher. So you get the Westtopher part.
So Kanye West and then Christopher?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Westtopher. Westtopher. We're about to go to commercial break real quick. All right, hold on one second. We might.
Boom! You want to be inspired? You want to hear a story that's going to take you places that
What's up? Mouthin Now. We back. Adrian Nyce, your lovable host. Another episode. Right now we here with
Westtopher, how y'all doing?
Westtopher. Okay, so you kind of told me the story already, but I'm going to have you tell it to the audience. So your name, Westtopher, how did this come about? Where did this come from? Explain.
Well, the West part is basically Kanye West is one of my favorite producers and who I studied far as when I started making beats. Just learning how to chop samples and mimicking how he was doing the way he was doing. The ending of it was my mother wanted to name me Christopher, but she didn't. She ended up naming me Tyler, so I kind of just took the end of Christopher and added it to the West, so that's where you get the Westtopher part.
Westtopher. So, do you like Christopher better than Tyler? Or do you like your name, Tyler?
Yeah, I like my name, Tyler. But, I was going to change it for my mom one day, but, it is what
so
it is.
It's like paying homage, basically.
Right.
Okay, I'm with it. Okay, so let's kind of talk about your background for my audience and the other audience globally who don't really know about you. I know you said you do beats.
Yeah.
Explain Kanye West.
So basically, my music background really comes from my parents. My dad had all the vinyl records, so sitting on Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, listening to Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye, all the 70s stuff. And high school, I was in band, percussion. So that's where if you hear a lot of my beats, you hear the very percussion influences, with the heavy drums and whatnot. But far as me really dabbing into being a producer and really want to make beats was when I was in college, at App State, and that's where this guy across the dorms for me had they called it Fruity Loops back then.
Yeah.
Now it's FL
Studios.
And he put it on my computer, and ever since then it was go mode, just making beats, figuring it out.
Good old Fruity Loop.
Yeah.
You can make some dope ass beats, if you know where the sounds are,
right,
and all that type of stuff, and how to use it.
And it's came a long way from where it was when I started messing with it, in 2003. So from to where FL Studio is now, it's amazing to see the technology of you could pretty much do anything in that program.
Is that what you still use to this day, or do you use multiple?
No, I still use that. I went through a span where I was using an MPC 2000 XL, but the only problem I didn't with that, it was more trying to save everything because you had to keep all these floppy disks.
Yeah.
So artists come through and they yo, that beat from last week. Oh, and I'm bruh. So we're having to sit and go through all these floppies versus Fruity Loop. Boom, you got a folder.
Pull it up.
Here's the folder. Oh, this is what we named the beat. Cool. Load it. You already ready to record, and having to go through the whole MPC trying to figure out which beat it was. So it's a little bit more better housekeeping. Mm-hmm. I would say using computer-based programs versus more hardware.
Okay, and so can you talk about the process of being a beat maker from like having to make your beats or having to I don't know how it goes, but like conceptualization, producing it, then I guess shopping it to the artist, and then whatever deals as far as licensing goes, and then can you run us through that process?
Pretty much with me, I'm a morning person, so I like to get up 6:30, 7 o'clock, start dialing into music. I feel like that's when I'm more creative.
Heck yeah.
Then later at night, you know, so it's more inspiration for me. Like if I can hear something, get an inspiration, boom, that's what I go with. Usually a beat takes me 20, 30 minutes for the most part, you know, if I'm just really dialed in, you know, locked in. More the R&B stuff, you know, usually takes more of an hour because I'm trying to like build more climax and suspense in those type of beats when it comes to R&B beats.
And do you always just pre-make your beats and then the artist come get them, or do you cater it to, or do you have requests to cater it to the person's sound, I guess?
Usually, I think that's where I've done well at, is being so versatile that people can just go in my catalog and there's something you can already pull.
Gotcha.
You know, from trap to hip-hop to R&B, or something you can already pull from my catalog. I really haven't had to sit down with an artist and make a beat from scratch. And I've learned that process can go well or it can go bad, depending on the artist.
Facts.
You know, because most of us producers, like, we're kind of like shells, you know what I mean? Like, we like to be in our own comfort zones when we're making our beats. We don't like to have a lot of people around in a room. And the reason why, it causes distractions a lot of times. Like, you know, if you got an artist and then he brought his homeboy or he brought his girlfriend and you in there making a beat, and then you got two people, oh man, you should add a snare right there, or you should use a clap, and it's like it throws you just out of your creativity mode, and you're like, yo,
get out.
I don't want to make this beat now, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's got an opinion.
Facts.
So,
and they ain't even gonna be the people who own the song or whatever.
Right. So it's usually better if I just have an artist come in and, you know, we just go through beats and let them catch a vibe, you know, and go from there. As far as shopping, that's the process of the shopping part. Is if an artist hits me up, usually my first thing is, do you got music out there? So, and the reason for that is it helps in the confusion process, is what I call it. Okay, for instance, if you got Little Bootsy, you're not gonna send him Jay-Z type beats.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So if you already can hear
Their vibe.
mostly what this person raps like, or his rap style, cool. And then you're able to go to what you do and say, okay, I think this will work, this will work, this will work, this beat will work.
Instead of going through all those other folders and
right,
everything like that.
That you know that's probably not going to appeal to him anyway. It might be dope to you as a producer, but you have to look at it at the end product.
That's true.
Is this going to work for him, you know, as the artist? So yeah, that's the biggest part I would say about shopping beats, knowing the artist themselves, you know, and that goes for, even don't try to shop a beat to an artist just because, oh, they're popular or they're buzzing. You got to still make sure y'all have a actual working relationship and connection, you know what I'm saying? Because I think I've seen producers just try to force it, and either the record doesn't work, you know, because it's forced. It's not organic.
So if you have a relationship with said artist, the outcome of whatever y'all are creating will be better.
Yeah, definitely will be better than just trying to force a record just for the sake of making $1, you know, or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? So, yeah, building a relationship with artists usually makes the music way better, you know. It's even down to when you got producers and artists, you know, like if you go back, you had Pete Rock with LL Smooth, you got Jay-Z, Kanye, Just Blaze, you got Missy, Timberland, you know, those certain Snoop, Dr. Dre, those relationships between producer and artist, and you see the music speaks for itself.
Facts.
You know, with those relationships.
So Okay, so we conceptualized the beat, we got the beat made, we have sat down with the artist, we've picked the beat, we've made the song.
Yeah.
Or wait, I guess we've picked the beat.
Yeah.
So now, how does licensing or paying for the beat? Do they pay exclusive? What is that process like?
License can be like very different. You know what I mean? It could be case by case, depending on the producer, depending on the artist. You know, and it depends on budgets of an artist. You know, like if you know this artist is coming up, you don't want to tax him.
Facts.
You know, like you don't, because you still want him to come back. You know, so you don't want to shoot out the gate and say, "Oh, I need 200 or whatever the case is."
But what if that dude blows up like next week, or how do you gauge that?
But see, that's the crazy thing about music, is always unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who's gonna blow up.
That's facts.
That's the weird part about it, because you don't know who's gonna blow up. The kid that you don't think he can really rap, be the kid that boom takes off, and the other person over here who sounds like J. Cole doesn't take off at all. You know, so it's hard to call it far as which artist, you know, could be that next hit, or which artist or just be somebody that can just make good music. But really it just it's based on a budget, you know, like, you know, but most producers and myself, we do a year lease. Now that can vary depending on yourself. You know, like I do mine at 50 a lease, for a year lease. That's just strictly a MP3. You know, that's not the beat's not tracked out.
For people that don't understand, what does lease mean exactly?
Leasing is basically, it's almost like break it down into a sense of a car. You know, like you're leasing this thing, so you don't own it.
Gotcha.
You know, this is not your beat. You don't own it. You know, so after that year is up, or however long the producer has set the lease for, you know, mostly it's a year.
Yeah.
So when that year comes up and you haven't used the beat, or you did, like, the producer now has the access to say, hey, I'm gonna shop this beat back out, because the contract is up at this point. The lease is up.
So, okay, so I'm artist, I chose this beat, I wanted to lease it, we made this song. Within that year, if I you know, was promoting that song or whatever the case may be, after the year is up, the rights go back to you?
Yeah.
And then you can either make a new contract with him or
now if the song, now say he pays the 50, and within that year the song takes off. You know, so now we're in a position where if this beat was on a website, wherever, it needs to come off. You know, because now if he's in a position where it's buzzing, now he's in a position where he's gonna have to pay for the beat now.
Gotcha. And that's buying it exclusively.
Yes, that's okay. So that puts you into what they call exclusive rights at this point. So now, because now he may be looking at a deal situation and other not. So now, that's when you get into the exclusive rights. Now, exclusive rights can vary too, depending on if he's signed with a label.
Yeah.
Then that's where you're really not negotiating with the artist itself anymore. You're dealing with whoever the label executives are, or his manager.
Gotcha.
At that point, you know, so that can vary just depending on their budget. You know, like the average right now is between $5,000 and $10,000.
Gotcha.
You know, a beat. Back in the day, you know, cats was getting the 50, 100,000. Those budgets don't have those anymore, you know, like.
For the beat?
Yeah. Like,
that's dope.
People were getting like 150,000 for one beat, you know, like in the early 2000s. But now, you know, it's minimized down now to 5 or 10, depending on the artist.
So now if they're looking to buy the beat exclusively, is it just one price and they're done, or how does, like, when would royalties come in for a producer? Would that be leasing that year up and then y'all come up with something, or would it be exclusive and you?
No, yeah. Okay, as far as the royalties, that would come into what they call points.
Gotcha.
So basically, or percentages.
Gotcha.
So basically, say the song takes off, you know, and now it's on the radio. They're promoting, they're pushing. So they've bought the beat itself. So whether that was $5,000, whatever the case is, you got that money. But now this is where the paperwork side comes in which, you know, producers look at your paperwork, make sure you know your percentages, your points, you know, because points matter about radio.
Gotcha.
If this song's played in a commercial, on this song gets on TV, this song is in the middle of the NBA commercials, any of that. So, you know, paperwork's right. It should be where every time this song is played, you know, that's why you got to have your ASCAP or your BMI, your name registered. So that way, every time it's played, it's generating money for you.
So kind of explain to me, okay. So why is it not that when they buy the beat exclusively, so why do you get royalties after they buy the beat exclusively? Like what?
And see, that's the fickle part of it, because you can take, depending on the situation, if you're not hurting for the money at the time, I would tell a producer, take less money up front and ask for more on the back end.
Got you.
Because like I said, it's still that unpredictable of how big will this song go. You know, if it's one of them songs that just blows out the water, you know, and it's getting played, like I said, everywhere. You turn your TV on, you hear this song, you know, so if you didn't take a lot up front, that's more you can make on the back end, where I think they do royalties every quarter or whatever. So you could walk to your mailbox, $50,000 check is in there.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If you took less from the front end, if you didn't really need all that up front. So that's the thing about it too, is just understanding the business side. And I think that's where a lot of people, you know how you hear the stories, oh, so-and-so ain't paying me my royalties, or this, that, and the third. It's usually just not understanding the business part of it. You know, I think people, even with artists, I think where a little starstruck happens, you know, like with producers, oh, I got a song with Jay-Z, but you just happy that it was Jay-Z. You didn't look at no paperwork, nothing, and then boom.
He got his business on point.
Yeah, so the song takes off, and, you know, you're like, hey, I got this money, but where's the rest of it? Hey, bro, you remember what you signed? Here you go. And that's just educating yourself, man. Nobody can really teach you that.
Do producers need managers also, not just artists?
Yeah, definitely. Gotcha. Definitely, like, if you haven't really been in the game long enough, and when I say in the game, it's like on that side of it. You know, like right now, even in my position, I don't feel like I need a manager because it's not on that level yet.
Gotcha.
You know, once I feel like you step across that threshold and you're in here with the big boys and dealing with the actual record labels, yes, you need a lawyer at that point, and you need a manager, you know, far as to handle your business, because you should never be walking into these labels or none of that by yourself, you know, and trying to negotiate business by yourself, you know, because like I said, if you just now getting in the game, it's so much more you don't know, business side.
Interesting.
Because it's 80% business, 20% talent.
Dang.
You know, that's the music game. And people think, oh, I'm talented, I'm good. Like, nah, you got to have your business right, or you can get shitted so easily, you know.
Okay.
Just not knowing the business.
Okay, so we talked about your beat making. What we're going to do right now is we're going to play a video of a beat that you produced for this artist.
Ty Brew.
Ty Brew.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that. Then when we come back, we're going to talk about your music.
Okay.
I live by a code, and that's an oath I'm never gonna break. press, but I'm okay. It's just another book, it's just another page, it's just another track, it's just another cage. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. Got home from the road, unlocking the door. Barely made it in, shoes, socks on the floor. Coughing Adam's apple, it rock to the core. Second guessing life like there's got to be more. With options galore, flocks by the shore. Yet I pick professions where they mocking me more. On the brink stinks, yeah, flopped in the stores. That stage too hot, why you rocking it for? He's only good for 3 albums, possibly 4. That's the Q&A that they clocking me for. Battle with myself, cold locked in the wall. There's so much sin that I've got to resolve. So I search for bottles and I'm popping them all. Feel the whole world wanna watch when I fall. I feel tears when the milk drops on the floor. I hold it in, hit the gym box till I'm sore. It's just another song, it's just another face, it's just another show, it's just another place. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's just another book, it's just another page, it's just another track, it's just another cage. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. So I scream, do or die, but who am I to contemplate suicide? My fool inside knew I cry, moving strides to survive. Until the day that I do retire, you and I musically moving me truthfully, dude, I'm tired. I gotta move, yes, my group's inside. Mightier than the sword and they salute the tie. Cause I be concentrating all of my looting time to make us better, Mr. My defeat Cobra Kai. And now we so on fire, so put your logos high. I'm a dog chasing cars like a Joker line. So grab your rope and climb if you're so inclined. And just motion mine with a quote and rhyme to make you blow your mind. Described as so divine. I paint pictures like when the sun hit the ocean line. Look clear in the mirror, my fate is so divine. It was written in the stars, check my zodiac sign. It's just another song, it's just another face, it's just another show, it's just another place. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's just another book, it's just another page, it's just another track, it's just another cage. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. It's got me down, depressed, but I'm okay. Cheers.
Timestamp that. All right, we're back. We just got done listening to
Tabru. We met in college actually, and we built the label called Mightier Than the Sword.
Mightier Than the Sword.
The song, the video that you just saw was called But I'm Okay. So basically, and that crazy thing about this is when I say timeless music, I made that beat probably, 2005? And he did that song probably in 2006. But he just made a video of it this year.
Wow.
And people are liking the song like it's new. So, that's, I tell artists and producers too, don't never not put anything out, because you never know who's going to feel it, who's not. I think sometimes people get into that, I don't want to put this song out, I don't know if people going to feel it, so it's one of those things. Just put it out. You don't know what'll happen with it.
See what happens, yeah.
Yeah. So, me and Tabru, that's what I'm saying about relationships. So basically, we met in college, and I was actually rapping at the time. I wasn't really making beats, and we met, I think, at a coffee shop or something, and me and my roommate was
like y'all just casually met each other, or like y'all planned?
Yeah, we casually met each other, and me and my roommate who was doing music too with me, and conversations just crossed, and he's like, "Oh, y'all do music too?"
Yeah.
We was like, "Yeah." So I already had a setup at my apartment at the time, and I told him the address, like, come through. So him and his roommate comes through, and so happens his roommate was making beats, and then so we kind of just started putting it all together, kind of like a group for the most part. But yeah, but really, me and Ty really niched on to each other because he seen like my work ethic and how much passion that I had for music, just like him. So after that, to fast forward, he moves to China.
China?
Yeah.
What?
So
That's
we-
a big hop, man.
Yeah. So we graduate.
hop.
He moves to China. I come to Charlotte, and he's working on an album.
Dope.
And so basically, it's internet. You know, I'm sending him beats through email, putting it together, and I would say this was my first experience of actually being a part of a professional level of music. So he comes back from China after about 6 months. He's got everything pressed up, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn. Like, he's got the jewel case, the whole package, barcode on the back.
Dang.
I'm seeing my name on this book and all this, and I'm like, damn, like, this is a good feeling.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
like, so, you know, it goes in Best Buy and other places like
so-
that, yeah.
Wow.
So
Retail.
it's a very big push for me to feel like, cool, like, this is what I need to be doing. Like, this is kind of like my calling. So that's why I fell back from just rapping and like, yo, I just need to focus on making beats, you know.
So how many can you name drop some artists that you've made beats for, even if they're local or whatnot? Just name drop of people that you've.
Yeah, Ty Brew, of course, was like the first artist I really like work with hands on. J30, he's in Gastonia, got a lot of songs with him. Pomac, out in Virginia, he's got a lot. He actually toured one time with Knife One during the whole Jamila. So just me working with him, you know, that was a very good look for, because, you know, he's performing joints that I did, you know, beat-wise, that he's performing while he's doing the tour too. So that was helping, you know, my name, you know, getting out there. And a lot of other artists just from all over, man. Like I said, from, you know, New York and Atlanta. I just did a song with some cats in Charlotte Friday night. And that was just very random. But the song was dope, you know, because I never met these guys. So basically, I was just there playing some beats, and they were like, yo, what's that? You know, if an artist hits you with "What's that?" that's like, that's the one. Yeah, they done caught a vibe, they done caught a spark. Cause I'm the type, I ain't gonna front. I'll play a beat, and if I look around the room and I don't really see no vibe, no energy, I'll skip.
Yeah.
And then it's always somebody be like, nah, hold on, go back. Or if it's a beat I feel like I don't like, and I'm bad about that too. If I don't really like the beat or something, I'll skip over it. Yeah, and a lot of artists just be like, yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, a lot of artists like my older beats. And the reason I don't like to play the older beats is because, like, I feel like I grow so much within a few months because I'm constantly studying music.
Yeah, the times have changed.
Yeah, so
Sounds are different.
So I feel like when I go back to those other beats, it's like I don't want to hear those beats. But even though they're still good beats, but it's like me as a producer feel like I've grown from what I did 6 months ago. You know, but hey, if it works, it works. You know, you can't not let an artist not get a beat just because you feel like it's old or it's outdated.
That's true. Yeah. So all this time when you've been making beats, have you been also rapping and stuff? Also?
Yeah, like the thing about me too is I kind of have a map for the artists. So usually most of the beats I've made, I've already got a concept.
Gotcha.
Or a semi-hook. So to me, I feel like that as a producer, that helps the artist get more familiar with the vision that you're going with, or, you know, just to give them a little push start to be like, oh, okay, I see where you was coming from. Cool. Now I can go right based on what the producer gave me. But at the same time, it's like they don't have to go with what was in your head. Yeah. It's just like to give you that thought process of this is what I was feeling it. This is what I felt with the beat. You know, like you hear artists or producers say, oh yeah, the beat was talking to me. You know?
It's the same way, like, because I make music videos and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same way, the same process, exactly how you just explained.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So you have music online,
Yeah.
like of you rapping?
Yeah, definitely. I put an album out last year in
Collage of Thoughts?
August. Yeah, Collage of Thoughts. It did very well. You know, people really liked the album.
Very quickly, talk about the album cover, cover art.
The art.
It's in space. It's astronaut in space.
Yeah. So actually, my background is a graphic designer. You know, that's
shit.
what I went to school
Man
for.
of many talents.
So my actual cover at first was my face in like a like space. You know what I'm saying? It had like Saturn right here and some other things. And I did that. I took it was like a thing off an app on the iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, so but then I posted like a glimpse of it. And then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks later, like people are hitting me up like, yo, this dude got this dude got that. Like and they stole your cover. They did. And I'm like, wow, really? So I was like, all right, cool. Like people was like tagging me in these other people's posts and like, yo, that's Wes's cover. Da da da. I know you jacked it from him.
Hell
So,
yeah.
but I was like, you know, it's cool. So,
Nah,
so I scrapped that cover.
That sucks, bro.
And I still wanted something with a space vibe to
Yeah.
it because, like I said, it was the collage of thoughts. So it was like I wanted to give that atmosphere of just something abstract. So that's why I went with the astronaut person, you know, as myself. Basically, if I was an astronaut, just looking down, trying to collect all my thoughts in the sky, you know. So
that's why you're looking down. Gotcha.
yeah. So that's why it came out. The cover came out the way it did, you know.
Okay, how many songs are on you said album?
Yeah. There's actually 12. 12 on there. I wanted to keep it short.
I was going to say why not 20 or why not?
I feel like
or 15.
I feel like attention spans now.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it's kind of like if the album that can make or break an album too, because if you got 20 songs and 5 of them was actually dope,
Yeah.
then the rest of them songs is skipped.
Yep.
You know, so if you can record, this is why I tell people just record. Me and my engineer, both my engineers, shout out to Alex J and Steve in Atlanta. Those are my engineers. We just record, you know, and then that way you have stuff to sit on and everybody can like, okay, that song's dope.
Pick
That
and
song's
choose.
dope. Yeah, nah, that song shouldn't be on there. So it gives you more. So I feel like if you got more to pick from, that gives you a better album that people just they gonna ride with, and then they gonna want more.
So I know it's different for every artist, but what do you think about, you know, artists who record their songs, just get on there and record a song and that's what it is, versus an artist who might spend like a week
Yeah.
or, you know, a month?
I
making a song?
think it depends on your creativity level and what type of artist you are. Like if you're a trap artist, yeah, there's not a lot of thought process when it comes to those songs. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And it's not to say like they're not intelligent people or nothing like that. It's just when it comes to trap, you can't get but so complex, you know,
Exactly.
because the beat derives on what you're saying and everything is really a cadence at that point, you know. But when you start digging into like R&B and, you know, other more creative hip-hop songs where you might have a certain bridge, you know, like if you do the hook, the first verse, then the next part, you might think the hook is coming back in an R&B song, it might not, and they might spin off into a whole bridge
Different
and,
thing.
you know, something that's very climatic, and then come back to, you know, a hook, you know. So like I said, with a trap song, you know, it's repetitive, it's redundant, just for, you know, for you to gravitate to that song.
Top 3 artists that inspire you.
I would definitely say.
And this is just focusing on rappers or singers or whatever the case may be.
Well, I'll give you my rappers first,
Yeah.
who I listen to for inspiration, then I'll give you my singers. Rap-wise, I would definitely say Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick. Okay.
The older Kanye stuff, and then also I listen to a lot of Big Sean too when I'm doing when
Interesting.
I'm in artist mode.
I don't hear that a lot, but Big Sean got that flow, man. His flow is crazy.
Yeah. So when I'm in artist mode, those are usually the artists that I listen to, just to build my ideas and concepts and stuff like that. And also, just seeing how their songs flow too,
Yeah.
to build, just build a thought process.
Definitely.
Singer wise, Janae Aiko is a very big person that I listen to her songs, and just because her concepts be so dope, and a lot of personal stuff too. Because I got like maybe 3 songs on there that's personal.
Her stuff's deep.
Yeah,
too.
so I got 3 songs on the album that gives you that personal feel like that.
Yeah.
I would also have to go with John Legend.
Like him too.
So if you hear some of the songs on the album, I got my homeboy Dante. He reminds you like a music soul child John Legend voice wise. So that's why our songs work good too. Far as when I put him on hooks. And actually, I'm be locked in the studio with him next week. So we're gonna start doing his solo songs and getting him a project going. I'm gonna solely produce that as well. I would have to say the third one would have to be Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Yeah. So as far as that's the list of singers who give me inspiration.
Top 3 beat makers or producers.
Off gate, of course, I gotta go with Kanye. That's
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be
Yeah.
biased when it comes to that. Next, I would have to go with Just Blaze. Right behind him, and third, it's a kind of a toss up between The Alchemist and No ID. So because I'm more like the sample based type producers, that's what I came up on. So
Yeah.
but there's some dope new producers out here now, like who doing their thing too, so you got Drake with 40, 40 does good because their sound, they established that together,
Do you like the new sound of hip hop right now
it's
versus what it was 10 years ago?
Actually, yeah, because music always evolves. Now I feel like music is moving in more into a melody type rap now, because now most of your rappers are singing.
Yep.
I wouldn't call it singing, but they're more melody. It's like Rowdy Rich's song, The Box. I never fool when I'm not. I came from the stop. It's like a cadence of a melody versus back in the day. You just went on there and it's straight bars.
Yeah.
And sometimes it wasn't even a hook. If you listen to a lot of Wu-Tang songs, there really were no hooks. You
just going in.
You just going in rapping, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like yeah, music evolved really good far as being more creative and thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference in music now. I think the younger generation is just a little bit more experimental. That's what I would call it. Experimental, where they'll just try some shit,
For real.
If it works, it works. Yeah,
exactly.
Where older artists, they'll try to stay in their certain lane or their comfort zone with music. But yeah, the younger gen, they'll experiment with, different sounds or just trying something different,
Do you think it'll change again in the next 10 years?
Yeah,
Or probably sooner than
I wouldn't
that.
even say the next 10. I would say music will probably shift again in probably the next 3 to 5 years. It usually doesn't take it long to shift.
Interesting. Who of the new age rappers would you say you like?
I definitely like JID. He's on Dreamville.
Dreamville?
Yeah,
Okay.
JID. I like his music. He's very creative in the way he puts his songs together. I would have to say Dave East is nice. He's signed under Nas. He won't never be that top star that you hear about and know about, you know. So, but his album, his music itself is good, but like I say, he'll never be a top tier artist that, you know, that'll pop off and.
I mean,
like
he's pretty big though, but
yeah,
you
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying. But I get what you're saying, like
yeah,
top,
like as far
top.
as the masses,
Yeah,
you know, like
definitely. I agree.
And other rapper that I would say is fairly new. I don't know, because I really don't listen to a lot of new rappers, you know, so I would have to say I like Roddy Ricch, though.
Roddy Ricch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him, too. Definitely like his sound. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into a commercial break, and then when we get back, we're going to play one of your music videos.
Okay.
And then, you know, later on in the show, we'll play a game.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Boom! You want to be inspired? You want to hear a story that's going to take you places that lights a fire in your chest? You got to check out my boy Adrian's film, Running for Film. Dude ran across America, documented the whole thing, and put it here on a DVD that you can check out. Look, I had a chance to work with this gentleman at Vid Summit 2018. This guy knows what he's doing. He's got fire, he's got excitement, and you need to be a part of what he's building with this film. So go check it out right now. Tell him Owen Video sent you, and I can't wait to see you there.
This guy, Adrian, ran across America from South Carolina to Los Angeles,
Hollywood sign.
over 2,000 miles,
2,500
miles.
I ran 25 to 30 miles a day.
This guy's a hustler. He's a hustler. He's got a running motivational DVD
Documentary
telling his story.
of the whole thing.
He's drinking on the back.
Yes.
For those of you who don't buy DVDs,
And you want one, you can go to my website, runningforfilm.com, and get an autographed copy, or you can watch it online at my website.
runningforfilm.com.
Oh, yeah.
It's your boy Goldmouth, CEO of the GED card. Thanks to you broke ass motherfuckers for signing up. For those who are approved, your card is on the way. So head on over to gettingeverydollar.com. Cheers, you broke motherfuckers.
Apply for the GED card today at gettingeverydollar.com.
All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed those quick commercials. So what we're about to get into now is my homie over here has a dope music video called Grinding Away. We're going to take a look at that, and then after that, we're going to break down the story behind that. He says it's a pretty interesting story, so I can't wait to hear that. All right, let's get into it.
What's good with you, bro?
It's good, man.
Boy, I done ran out, boy. The streets loving them beats, boy. Need some more.
It's moving like that.
Yeah, they going crazy right now for them beats, fam.
Damn, I
Beats
just
bad.
gave you a whole key of beats yesterday.
I know, man. That shit going crazy in the streets, man. You already know how it is. They need that heat. They need that heat. I got off all of it, so I got all your bread. Just need that bag.
That's what's up.
I ain't get it. Oh, yeah. Get this together. It's all there. You can count if you want to.
Oh, you know you good. We ain't gotta count that.
Yeah, it's all there. Just need that bag, boy.
No doubt.
Get out here and hit these streets.
Hey, just don't let nobody know where they coming from. I ain't trying to be the plug.
Oh, yeah. You already know.
Well, I'm just grinding away.
Moving sound.
Staying out the way.
That's it. That's it. All right.
One.
I'll holler at you. Peace.
Yeah. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away. Just sitting back, just stacking money up, man, and staying out the way. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away. Just pop a few bottles in the club. Now I'm leaving with your babe. I'm just grinding away. I'm just just grinding away, grinding away, just grinding away, grinding away, just grinding away, grinding away. I'm just grinding away, just grinding away, just grinding away, grinding away. Niggas start hating, pull up on you, looking like they ready to spray. I'm just grinding away, just stand out the way, just count money up in my own lane, been in my own lane. Just doing my own thing, just going 85 on 85, just driving crazy. Drinking all this Henny, got me feeling like Jesus. Maybe I should walk on water. I'm not your average artist. Maybe all this college got me a little bit smarter. I can do what you niggas do. I should be cocky, but I'm modest. In the club with 2-3 bottles, on the couch with 4 or 5 models. Then I jump in that 4 and crank it up, hitting the gas full throttle. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away. Just sitting back, just stacking money up, man, and staying out the way. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away. Just pop a few bottles in the club. Now I'm leaving with your babe. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away, grinding away, just grinding away, just grinding away. I'm just grinding away, just grinding away, just grinding away. Niggas start hating, pull up on you, looking like they ready to spray. Used to the limelight, see how my watch shine bright. My circle been mad tight. When we down, we know how to get right. We know how to get right. We know how to move right. My niggas may grab a couple of P's, our bills is aight. Nothing is overdue. We making that revenue. I can step in a puddle of mud. My Yeezys, nigga, they brand new. Everything brand new. That Louis belt new too. And when your bitch see this Colgate smile, she gets so wet too. To your man, I'm a threat to. But I got guns too. Got guns in that locker like Gilbert Arenas. Like, nigga, what you gon' do? What you gon' I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away. Just sitting back, just stacking money up, man, and staying out the way. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away. Just pop a few bottles in the club. Now I'm leaving with your babe. I'm just grinding away. I'm just grinding away, grinding away, just grinding away, just grinding away. I'm just grinding away, just grinding away, just grinding away. Niggas start hating, pull up on you, looking like they ready to spray.
All right, so you guys just got done looking at Grinding Away, music video by Westtopher. So you said there was an interesting story behind it?
Yeah, so basically, like I said, the whole time I've been recording most of my album. Most of the songs that you hear on the album are at least 3 years old, as far as before it's actually released. Mm-hmm. And that was just really me just taking my time with the album, not wanting to rush it. Mm-hmm. But I still haven't had a single yet. So that was another push on not really putting the album out yet till I got a single that I felt like I could really push and promote. So
you released your album, then you released this as this.
No, the single came first.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so nobody knew about the album yet.
Gotcha.
You know, because I was just waiting for that right song that I felt was the one.
Yeah.
Then I can say, hey, I got an album coming out. You know, so now I got your attention. You know, so my cousin, her birthday is in March, so she wants to go to Atlanta. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. So my other cousin lives in Atlanta, so I get with him and we at some bar in Atlanta in Buckhead, and his apartment complex is like right behind this bar, and we're going back after having some drinks, and he's like, I know you got that laptop on you. Like, people always know, like, I'm always locked and loaded. Like, I never want to be somewhere and, like, not have my laptop and can't play beats, you know. So I never know what's going to happen, who I may run into. Yeah. You know, somebody say, oh, he makes beats. Oh, you got something on you. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm going through beats, you know, because my cousin, he could actually be a dope rapper if he took it serious. You know, he's just one of those, like, he'll rap when he wants to or just having fun. So I'm going through these beats, and, like, I separate a lot of them. Like, if I know it's going to be a trap beat, I have a folder for that. Trap beats. And then I have a folder for R&B. So that way, depending on the artist that's coming through, that helps me, like, play what I need to play.
Yeah.
I got a folder. So I'm in the trap folder, and I skip over it. And he's like, nah, play that. And I'm like, man, this beat all right. It's all right. So I'm playing it, and he's just in the crib just like, this shit go hard. This shit. And I'm like, you like this shit?
Yeah,
so he's like, man, you need to do something with this. I'm like, man, it's all right. So he starts rapping, freestyling, and he said something about grinding. And I'm like, hold on, say that again. And he said it again, and I was like, okay. And I started playing in my head. I'm just grinding away. Boom, hook comes. I'm good. He's like, yo, where's Steve? That's my engineer who lives in Atlanta. So I FaceTime Steve. I was like, Steve, I think I got something.
Scuba Steve, what's up? No.
So Steve's like, I'm not even here. He's like, I'm in Jacksonville. I'm down here with Princess from Crime Mob.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm recording her, cause she moved from Atlanta to Jacksonville. So he was down there recording her. So I'm like, cool. So weekend, we go out, party, do all that for my cousins for her birthday. As soon as I get back to North Carolina, I'm like, hey, Alex, I need a session. Let's do it. So we get in there, and like I said, the hook's done. Because the hook, I don't write my hooks.
Yeah.
Everything is off inspiration when it comes to the hooks. I feel like when I write my hooks, it's just forced.
I feel that.
So get the hook down, and bro's like, so what's the verses? I said, we don't know yet. We just gonna do it. I said, we just gonna piece in. So song's done in like an hour. And, I love my engineers, because I can get too deep sometimes with songs. I want to keep adding certain things, and he's like, bro, keep it simple. Yeah. He said, keep it simple. He kept saying that, keep it simple. I say, I don't need to add nothing. He was like, no. He's like, bro, this song go hard. Trust me, it go hard. Cool. So song gets done, send a session to Steve. Steve calls back. He's like, this is hard. I'm like, so I'm still in my head y'all like this shit. So I played it for a few people, played it for a few females. They're like, I like this song. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go with this now. So therefore, now put the song out on Apple Music, Spotify. People I got people hitting me up, texting me in the morning. Oh, this is my song now. This is my workout song. This is it. Oh, they'll text me. Yep, I'm up, man. I'm grinding away. So one of my OGs, he broke the song down to me real good too. He was like, man, you don't realize what this song can do. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I know this ain't really your style or your sound that you normally do, but he was like, you gotta look at just how you approach this song. He was like, this resonates for people in the streets, because if you get, you out here grinding, you grinding away, and that's what I'm saying in the hook. I'm just grinding away, staying out the way, getting my money up. Then it's the same as a person working a 9 to 5. You in there, you grinding. So that's why he was like, this song works for both worlds.
Exactly.
The street world and the everyday citizen that goes to work.
That's probably why it was taking off.
Yeah. So like I said, it just took me a while to really okay, I like the song now. And I'm the same way when it comes to my music a lot. I get so wrapped up in trying to make the perfect song, and I just had to remember there's no such thing as a perfect song.
I mean, that happens though, because you have an extensive amount of knowledge in there, and you've been learning so much over the years. Yeah. It only makes sense that will happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
and it's the same way with me being a producer. It's like an artist can pick a beat or whatever, and I don't even like the beat at all.
Yeah.
But then when they send me the song back or what they did, it's like, oh shit, this song's dope. So it's like I have to hear somebody on it first, then it makes me feel okay.
I got you. Okay, so what we're about to do right now is we're going to jump into a little game.
All right.
I have 10 random questions, and what you are going to do is just answer them to the best of your abilities. The first thing that comes to mind, just give us the answer.
All right.
All right, so is the Earth flat or round?
I'm going to have to go with round.
Round?
Yeah.
Why do you say round and not flat?
Because I just feel like if it's flat, then where's the end? Like, where's the edge? You know, unless it's...
I mean, we have, but you know, I don't know. Maybe they just circle at the edge. If this desert just...
Yeah,
I don't know. Because when you're out there in the water, you don't know, like, where
right.
the fuck
Because that's why I say, like, if it's something that's flat or a square, like, where is the other side? Or are we really upside down on the other side? And the other people are standing straight up?
That's crazy.
So
while we're up straight, they're upside down.
Yeah, like, so when you go to China, are they really up there and our feet are this way?
And if it was flat, everybody would be up.
Right.
Okay.
Everybody will face the same way.
All right, so round, not flat.
I'm going to go with round.
All right, so ass or titties for a girl? Do you like ass more? Do you like titties more?
Honestly, I'm cool with either one, but honestly, when it comes to a female, I'm a teeth and eyes person. So,
teeth, my guy,
so,
bro.
But if I have to pick between the two, I'd rather her have a nice booty versus a breast, because I'm not a breast person at all. So she can have a B cup, but if she got some nice curves, hey, we still good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that teeth thing though, because some people don't be taking care of their teeth.
Right.
Be like, damn.
Yeah, you see a pretty girl and then her mouth is jacked up. It's like, man.
Yeah. Okay. Number one artist in the game right now. Hip hop artist in the game right now.
Now, are we going off numbers, or
we can go off whatever you want to go off?
I would say, well, if we just going off,
I'll say all around.
Okay, if we're not just going off, because when I feel like biggest artists, I feel like that really doesn't mean their music, you know, because to me, I would feel like you would have to put the baby in that conversation. You know, if you going biggest artist, now I wouldn't put him as the dopest artist, no. But far as biggest, you know, far as who has the attention, who has the buzz, far as from the masses, I would have to go with the baby.
The baby. Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. iPhones or Androids?
I'm iPhone. I've never owned a Samsung. I've never owned any of those phones. Android. I've always been straight iPhone.
Okay. Xbox or PlayStation?
Honestly, I haven't played a video game in over 10 years. But the last thing I had was PlayStation. PlayStation. What was the 3 or 2? Which one was the black, right? That was a 3.
There's a 3 and a 2. Yeah. They all black.
So yeah, we'll go.
But it was a PlayStation.
Yeah. So I've had
I'm rocking with the Xbox on that one.
So like I said, I'm not a gamer. So, but
10 years, that's a long time.
Yeah. So
I feel it though.
But I guess I've been so much into the music.
Busy, yeah.
Video games just wasn't my thing. So yeah, I'll go with PlayStation though.
Okay. If you were trapped on an island and only could take 3 albums with you, what would those 3 albums be?
I definitely got to go with Jay-Z's Black Album. Janaea Eiko's Trip, the album she just put out last year.
Yeah.
And for the third one, I think I'm going to probably go with... probably go with probably a Marvin Gaye album. Maybe My Dear, probably. I'll probably go with My Dear.
Okay. If you could rap with any artist or be on a song with any artist, dead or alive, who would that artist be?
Nas.
Nas?
Nas is my favorite rapper. You know what I'm
Interesting.
saying? I like Jay-Z, but if I had a choice, like I would definitely want to work with Nas.
Nas?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I respect that, definitely.
Yeah.
And so are you from up north, or where are you from?
I've actually been here forever. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I've been up there as far as when I was younger
Yeah.
in the Bronx, but you know, I'm pretty much a North Carolina kid. Yeah, I've been here forever.
Carolina. Hey. If money did not matter at all in the world and you could do anything you want, what would you be doing?
I'll still be doing music.
Still be doing music?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I feel like music is just, it helps me mentally a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you know somebody really likes what they doing. Okay. If you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be?
I would say teleport.
Teleport? Why teleport? Why not being invisible or mind reading or flying or
Because
whatever?
I just feel like if I just didn't want to be somewhere in some given moment, I could just say, you know, if I want to make music somewhere else to give me a different scenery or something, I could just teleport and be wherever I want to be. You know, like if I want to go to London and just be like,
Yeah.
and be out.
Waste no time traveling and
Yeah.
riding in that car and that plane.
Yeah.
How many more we got left? One more. Dang, I gotta think of another one because the other one was pretty dark. Okay. So, are you rocking with TDE or are you rocking with good music? TDE or good music?
I gotta go good music just
Good
because.
music?
I mean, like I said, I like Kendrick. I like Sir. I forgot about him. I meant to mention him. Like Sir, I like his music. J-Rock, he's okay to me.
What about Schoolboy Q?
I like Schoolboy Q too. But with good music, I'm always ride with that side, you know, with Common and Big Sean and Kanye, definitely Pusha T, you know what I mean? Definitely Pusha T. 2 Chainz, you know.
Oh yeah, they all on that thing.
Yeah,
okay.
so yeah, I gotta go good music.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do right now, we're about to sign out, but before we do, I'm gonna have you go ahead and drop your social media, give
Okay.
your Instagram, give your Twitter, give your YouTube, and then after all of that, give your website so they can know where to find everything.
Right. Okay. My Instagram, you can find that at Westtophermusic. The Twitter is Westtopher1984. The website is Westtophermusic.com. That site is up and running fully. It's actually got beats on there, so you can actually go now, download or lease a beat right off the page now. So that's live and ready. And then
YouTube.
my YouTube is the Westtophermusic.
And you spell Westtopher
WEST,
2 T's.
then another T,
Yeah.
OPHER.
Cool. And you can always follow me on Instagram at Adrian Nyce, ADRIAN, and that's Nyce with a Y, not an I, NYCE. And guys, follow the show also, Mouthin out, MOUTHIN out. Also subscribe, like, comment, share. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. Please check out his music. Please download, buy his beats, lease his beats. I definitely like where his head is at. We're going to be hearing more from him in the future. This is Adrian. This is Mouthin out. And we out.